PowerPoint slide notes that coincide with each of the 3 sections that we will be focusing on today. You will see 2 tabs that list all the different types of immigration visas and non-immigration visas. Also, you will find several frequently asked questions for each of the 3 processes. And under the last tab of your notebooks, you will see a section that covers specific terminology, jargon, and acronyms used within the U.S. CIS system. To begin, I would like to outline the immigration process. To set the foundation for our discussion today, and to make sure that we are all on the same page, we need to understand the definitions of certain terms that are often used within the U.S. CIS system. Let's begin with the term immigrant. An immigrant, also called a lawful permanent resident, is a foreign national who has been granted privilege of living and working permanently in the United States. A foreign national is any person who is not a U.S. citizen and includes permanent resident aliens. A permanent resident alien is anyone who is not a U.S. citizen who has moved to this country and is permanently residing within the U.S. This includes individuals who have an immigration, work, or student visa. In order to become an immigrant or foreign national, you must go through a multi-step process. 1. One must be eligible for immigration under one of the paths to lawful permanent residency. And we will be discussing the eligibility requirements in more detail shortly. 2. The USCIS must approve an immigrant petition for applicant, which is usually filed for the foreign national by an employee or a relative, someone who thereby becomes a sponsor for the applicant. Certain applicants can petition on their own behalf, such as priority workers, investors, certain special immigrants, and diversity immigrants. There is a detailed explanation on who can become a sponsor and the application that must be filled out to become such. You will see that in your notebooks under the tab Sponsorship. 3. If the applicant is seeking to become a lawful permanent resident or an LPR based on employment, their U.S. employer may need to submit a labor certification request with the Department of Labor's Employment and Training Administration. In your notebooks under Employer, you will see the application and request forms for that process. 4. If an individual is already in the United States, they may apply to adjust to permanent resident status after a visa number becomes available for them. If they are outside the United States, when an immigrant visa number becomes available for them, they must then go to their local U.S. consulate in order to complete their processing. Obtaining an immigrant visa number is an essential step in the immigration process. Now, let's talk about eligibility in a little more detail. The U.S. immigration system is based primarily on family reunification, needed work skills, employment creation, and recognition of refugees. Also, there is a lottery for people who come from countries with low rates of immigration to the United States. There are 6 ways to become eligible for U.S. immigration. These include family immigration, employment immigration, investment immigration, lottery, adoption, and refugees and asylum. You will find in your notebooks under the tab Eligibility a detailed explanation of what each of these encompasses. Individuals wanting immigration status need to use an application for naturalization, Form N-400. Either the individuals themselves or you providing assistance to them can call the U.S. CIS Forms line at 1-800-870-3676.